Hey, what's up YouTube? It's King Vita here, and I'm back with another review. This time it's of Bumblebee from Transformers Prime Beast Hunters. And not to be confused with the actual Bumblebee, which this one has a black and yellow scheme as opposed to a yellow and black scheme, if that makes any sense. And yeah, this guy is very cool. This is one of my favorite toys that I actually own from the Transformers line. And he is armed to the teeth. I don't know if you can see that. Look at that. He has this weird port on his roof, which we'll get to that in a minute, but wow. This guy is heavy on the detail. They didn't paint the back tail lights. I have no idea why. At all. I don't know why they didn't do that. I'm glad they didn't paint the license plate either, because this thing splits apart, but very cool. Very, very, very cool robot mode. I mean, vehicle mode. Robot mode? Vehicle mode. Sorry about that. But yeah, this is a very, very cool looking alt mode. And he rolls, but his wheels don't move because, yeah, a lot of stuff is preventing his wheels from moving, at least his front wheel. And just the way he transforms. Look over here, he has a lot of robot parts, a lot of visible robot parts. There's his arms, his legs, his feet, his head. Yeah, but very cool car mode. Now, he does come with micron ports right here on his roof and here on his hood and each of the doors. Come on, there you go. There. So that's pretty cool. And since he does come with micron ports, you can actually put other microns into this toy, as opposed to the toys that the ones that he came with. So speaking of that, let's take a look at this. This is very cool. We'll get to that in a minute, but this is a very cool weapon. Very cool weapon. And these things actually split, and it becomes a bow. You get and also for extra storage, he comes with more bows. He comes with, actually, 4 more bows. So in total, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. 6 bows. And what you can do with these is you could slide these off. These are on a sort of like a X thing. If you look at it like that, it's like an X. And they slide onto these ports right there. But you can take these, and this thing has a cross-looking thing. There you go. And if you angle it correctly, they do fit. And they fire pretty far. Let me go get that. Let me go get that. Yeah, I accidentally pulled the trigger. This thing is a very, very sensitive hair trigger right here. And this thing just literally went flying across the room. Be very careful, you can poke an eye out with this. It's round, it's harmless, but it can do some damage. So, avoid that. We'll get to that later. We'll definitely get to that later. This as well and this as well are extra, like I said, extra missiles or arrows. I don't know what you want to call them. On the side. And we'll get to Bumblebee. We'll get to those later. So this is Bumblebee in his car mode. And he is very cool. I love the sleek black and yellow as opposed to the yellow and black. That is amazing. There is another version, an original version of this one, of this same toy that is Bumblebee's actual colors. But this is the alternate version, which is the black and yellow, the one you see. So that's very, very, very cool. I love this toy. This is one of the coolest toys I've ever owned. And he does have these two spiky things painted in very cool metallic blue. Metallic baby blue. That is cool. That stick out as a weapon. So he could be stabbing Decepticons all day. And they're not very sharp. They're more like circular. It's not a point, so you won't have any problems unless you're literally directly jabbing somebody with these. Please don't. The back does have spiky things as well. They come off from the side. So that they come off on the top and the side. So that's very cool. Very, very, very cool. He is one cool looking Transformer. One cool looking car. Or I guess this would be the Camaro in this case. Bumblebee is a Camaro. So let's get down to transformation. And the transformation is actually very cool. So what you want to do is you want to take, I like to start from back to front, as always. Take the back section, hold them by the wheels, and kind of split this like that. And this is, the roof is on pegs right there. And they do tab in to these two little slots right there, here and here, on his legs. Now, what I like to do is take this out of the way. Let me push these forward. Like that. Because he's a zombie car. He's a zombie. Zombie. Okay, so you want to take these, and you want to split the legs. Come on. They are very tight. There you go. And they will tab. They have a tab right up, port right here, and a peg here. This will tab in to that port right there. We'll work on each leg separately. What you want to do is you want to take the legs and orient them properly. Take the foot, push it down. Now these actually do come, it goes over his shin, and what you want to do is you want to take his shin, you want to push it down like that. And you want to take his foot and get rid of the shin and extend it like that. There you go. And there's one foot done. Take the foot, orient it properly, and there you go, there's one foot done. Do the same thing on the other side. His transformation is fairly easy. Then you take this foot here and orient it properly like that. And you got his legs completely done. Now, moving on, take this whole section here and you want to push, you want to, not push, but there you go. You want to orient it properly so as this part here is facing like this, not like that. Just like that. Then you take this whole front section here, and this is very cool because this is an automatic transformation. All this is automatic. This is automatic. This, he's getting pretty big here. Come on. There you go. And this thing does transform by itself. So take these parts here that are the wheels, and you want to split them like that. And this whole assembly will get rid of the roof because this is pegged onto the roof. So basically we'll push the roof out of the way like that. And watch. That's cool. It's an automatic transformation. That's awesome. Now, orient the shoulders properly, and basically the toy will finish off the transformation for you. Take this back section, this backpack right here, and you want to keep it like this, just like that, to get it out of the way. Okay? Now, take the shoulders, orient them properly. Take the doors, right here, take the doors, and you want to open them like that. One here, and one there. And there you have Bumblebee. Oh, I almost forgot. You want to take, I almost forgot one thing. You see these shoulders? They're on a pivot point. And you want to take these and you want to orient them properly on the pivot like that. So these spiky things are pointing up, not to the side. Again, flip this, push this hand down, this arm back to where it was in place, and there is Bumblebee. Now take this, what I like to do is I like to grab Bumblebee by the feet like this with my 2 fingers to keep him in place. And you want to take his whole back section and you want to orient it properly. Like that. There you go. And there's Bumblebee in his robot mode. Very cool robot mode. I really, really, really like this robot mode. Very cool. I don't know why, but Bumblebee kind of reminds me of Mega Man because of his feet. He's got big old feet. And that's, yeah, but that's not a bad thing. I like Mega Man. But yeah. Excuse me. Now, movement-wise, his legs are on a ball joint, so they can go up that far, forward that far, because because this part here is blocking the leg, and that's how far he can kick. Knee, that much. He does have a thigh swivel right there where my thumb is. Okay, and his legs, his feet can actually move up and down, but that's due to transformation. That's solely due to transformation. And his arms could do a full 360 as well, like that. They can go in and out, but this part doesn't move at all. It's just slowly like that. You do get a bicep swivel all the way, and you have a ratchet elbow joint. Yeah, that's very ratchety. And also his head. His head can move left. It can do a full 360. However, because of these things here, that's as far as he goes, because it's basically blocked off. But he can do a full 360. And if you want to, his doors also move. So you can orient them like that if you want to do that. But there you go. There's Bumblebee. There is Bumblebee. The black and yellow version as opposed to the yellow and black version. Yeah. Wiz Khalifa, don't sue me. Okay. So, there you have Bumblebee from Transformers Prime, I believe, Beast Hunters series? I don't know. I'm trying to keep up with it. Again, I want to keep up with the show. So, I have it on DVD. I should watch it. more often. So let's get back to these. Let's get back to these guns. These guys right here. Now, what you can do with these is very, very, very interesting. You can take these and you can plug them into his back ports like this. Or you can plug these off and plug them like this. So now he has them on the outside. But it's your toy. You get to do what you want. I personally like them like this. Come on. There you go. I personally like them like that. So he does have for storage on his back. There. He can't store these. Just like that. However, you can take this gun here and store it as well. That's interesting because it's really big. You wouldn't think that they would find a way to store this thing, but they did. Take this and plug it into the port on the roof. There. And there's Bumblebee with his weapons stored. However, because they stored like this, that does add a lot of weight to his back. So, instead of standing, he just topples over because he has a lot of weight on his back. So, how I have him displayed is I take the port off, the storage off, and there goes things popping. And what I like to do is just have them displayed like this. Open this up. There you go. Take this. You can plug it into either one of his hands. Doesn't matter. This one. And there you go. That's how I have them displayed. He's very menacing. Very, very scary. I do not want to mess with Bumblebee. Because, number one, I really respect him. He's very cool. And number two, come on, dude. He's spiky. Would you really want to mess with a thing like this? Probably not. Now, that's basically it for Bumblebee. That's basically it for Bumblebee. And for size comparison, we bring in the last guy I reviewed here, Knockout. And Knockout is drunk, apparently. Knockout is actually quite bigger than Bumblebee. Right there, let me move this here. There you go. Knockout is actually quite bigger than Bumblebee, to be honest. Simply because I guess Bumblebee, they made him small, like a compact car. Or maybe it's the fact that he has too much junk on him. So there is Knockout. And here he is with Movie Prime. And, you know, just like Knockout, Movie Prime towers over Bumblebee. That is really big. That guy is really huge. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to review him or not. But, yeah. Let me know. Let me know what you guys think. But yeah, that is pretty interesting. And it's to scale, actually. And here he is with Movie Ratchet. There's movie Ratchet. And they're about the same size. Ratchet is slightly bigger than him. Tiny. Slightly bigger than B. Wow. So yeah, there's Bumblebee from Transformers Prime Beast Hunters. Should you get this toy? Definitely. I definitely would agree that you should buy this because, I don't know, I really like Bumblebee. And later, you stay back in there. Later in the series, spoiler alert, if anybody's hasn't seen it yet, he does get his voice back. Spoiler. Sorry if I spoiled everything. But, yeah, very cool, very cool toy. Very, very cool toy. And I really, really, really dig it. This is one of the coolest figures I own as far as Bumblebee's concerned because Bumblebee's just been like a staple in the Transformers franchise. Regardless if you like him or not, he is a staple in the Transformers franchise. You cannot it's like you cannot have Optimus without Bumblebee. You cannot have the name Transformers without Bumblebee. This is very cool. This is a very cool figure. So, yeah, I definitely recommend it. If you can find him, which I don't... It could be that, you know, he is rare and can't be found. Just like I checked with Transformers Prime Knockout, and I couldn't find him anywhere. I've only found like one version of him, and that's pretty much it. They don't sell him anywhere besides Amazon, and like I said, it's just one toy left. So yeah, if you could find Bumblebee, pick him up. This guy is very, very cool looking. Very cool. And I love the sleek black. He has more black in his body than he has yellow. So the reverse colorway, as you could call it, that is amazing. I love this figure. So, without further ado, this is King Vito with another toy review. And hope to come out with another one real soon. Peace.